JMats here, GenerationD20.com with MoDern molar problems. Would you like to play first? Yes, I am playing Living End deck. Probably a keeper. Don't love to see a Living End in my opening hand, but being able to cycle the Wraith, having all the colors I need, it's not the kind of thing I kick to the curb. Greatest thing with Modern is trying to determine what your opponent's playing based on the first card they play. And I'm going to guess he's really good at keeping up the suspense. Huh. Some sort of Delver deck. Interesting. Probably has counter spells, which I'm not thrilled about, but if I can get myself in a situation. Here it's kind of a toss-up. If I Jungle Weaver, I'm using my mana more effectively, but if I cycle into another creature that I can cycle, I'm better off cycling him. In this case, it worked. So I now have a pretty good build-up in my graveyard. What I really need, or I'm hoping for, is for him to do something like that. Does something like that. Then I pretty much have to Violent Outburst and just go for the win. Hope that this overwhelms him and that he doesn't have an answer. Now he could potentially be ramping to something like Damnation. I don't know of any 3 casting cost thing that could wipe the board. No, it was bad enough there that it just made him concede. Okay, his deck I am not familiar with, to tell you the truth. Let me think. Okay, so he was playing blue, kind of a Delver deck. Beast Within might have some application. Maybe take those out for the Jungle Weavers. Didn't seem to have a ton of land, so and he did have some good non-basic lands, or good targets for the Fulminator Mage. Did have creatures, so I definitely want the ley lines in. I don't think it's a storm situation. As far as I saw, I didn't see any artifacts. So this is probably the best I can do. I'm just really not familiar with this archetype. Well, this is pretty good. 3 things and demonic. So no, I don't need to mulligan. Also 3 land, so I can cast it. And here, since we have so much land, I think I'll take this and just get myself a swamp. Which was a good move, since the only thing that can cycle. So next turn is probably, unless I draw into another creature I can cycle, I'm looking at Forbidden Orchard, which just so I can cycle both of my architects. I won't have to do it at any point before. Okay, the Beast Withins are nice to give me an option to deal with his land, which will survive the Armageddon. It would be kind of nice to get some of those Fulminator mages. I mean, on the plus side, my creatures should outdo his creatures. And he's going to get my Demonic Dread. But I do still have some cycling power. So I should be able to get 3 deep on cards out of 48. I'm packing 7 more. Some more spells that cascade. Still not getting there. I'm very tempted to just kill that, as that's the only colored mana source he has. But doing so will give him a 3/3. And that would probably doom me, so I may be better off destroying one of my own land. Beast Within that way, and possibly if he's attacking with a Mutavault, I could make him go down a land. Oh, he's got the Spellbound. So in response to him casting it, I almost have to Beast Within. But he can trigger it. I mean, the trigger is not dependent. That's just going to allow him to cycle when he does it. Take what you want. I might take Deadshot Minotaur actually, just to get it in my graveyard. And then go ahead and trigger the Spellbound. That's what I would guess, but maybe not. Be right back. Okay. Well, we will pause then. I'm not going to make you guys wait for this guy. Alright, he's back. And if I can remember what I was doing, I think I was going to Beast Within my own Forbidden Orchard. Which will give me a creature to block the spirit. Then the question becomes, do I want to just attack in? And I think I do. Because yeah, if he double blocks and clears board, and then if he attacks in, especially with a Mutavault, you can Beast Within a second time, take out another land, kill one of his land. If I can get to 6 land, I suppose, and 2 of those spells, then I could potentially if I get to 6, and if I had 2 cascading spells, I could cast one, he triggers this thing, and then I can cast the instant one here. I think I'm best off blocking, just sacking. The unblockable land, I fear a lot more than his other options. And he may, I don't even know what he's going to send back. May send back a Beast Within. Send that back. Don't think that's going to work out quite the way you wanted, buddy. Although Fulminator Mage is not incredible versus this guy. Let's see, where's a mountain? There we go. Get out the mountain. Cast the next Fulminator Mage. The fairy hitting for 3 a turn is going to bring me down pretty quick. So best I can do is block that guy, and then sack to kill that guy. Still will take 3. Now, if I got, what is the spell? Violent Outburst. If I drew a Violent Outburst, I could Beast Within his Spell Bomb, he triggers it, and in response I could Violent Outburst. Kinda have to do that all in one turn. Next turn, he probably, or may not see that. I think he's waiting for a spell bomb until I try to set it off. Let's see, so next turn, if the Delver flips, then he'd have 10 on the board, including Mutavault. He can attack in. I could kill one of his flyers, take 7, it will give me 1 more card to go. A 4 in 38 chance, which is, 10% roughly. I've won on things that were a lot worse than 10% chances. However, if he sets off the spell bomb before then I am just out of luck. You have a dead shot? I do have a dead shot. Okay, so he's gonna take out one of my Beast Withins. It's gonna ruin my chance of that little thing. Okay, so yeah, he won that game. Did I have? Didn't quite have the one I wanted, but I was a couple away. Okay, so since he sideboarded those in, I think the trick is going to have to be to do that and then cast in response. I like having the ley lines in there because he does have some creatures I don't really want to come back. Although that comes into play effect is not irrelevant. Maybe take out a couple Beast Withins for the Chewers. And here I think we mulligan. I guess we have 2 cards that we can cycle. So maybe not. Because on turn, we'll draw a card, or we'll cycle a card, so we'll draw a card. On turn 2, we can get 2 more cards in before got another land. So potentially I could Ingot Chewer if he plays a spell bomb, which will target it. Depending on how it goes on the stack, you might have to sack it before the Chewer got to the graveyard. I don't think I want and get Chewer now. I still think I'm better off the other way, because even getting a 3-3 and a 3-4 against this guy, like turn 3, might be enough to win. Just gonna need a land in my next 2 cards. I hope that he doesn't have the spell bomb, which he does. So since he does, I'm not going to cycle it now. We'll try the Chewer. See how it works. Okay, so if I put that on the stack, then that will go first. I'll have to trigger it before. All it does is get rid of 1 card. I get my Chewer into the graveyard. And I'm going to take a chance that he doesn't have another one, because I would like to be able to play a land and instead get that. Okay, so what's my plan for next turn? If he gives me a chance for Demonic Dread, I go for it. I'm going to do Fulminator Mage, especially if he doesn't put out another land. But he did. Okay, I think I'd be better off going for the Fulminator Mage. Just got another land. And then he revealed a Monolake. Great. So now that he has a Monolake up, depends on if he leaves up. He has to leave everything up, or else I can destroy a land in response. But I'll go ahead and block and destroy. Okay, so I could end of turn destroy an island maybe? He might get another island though. Okay, so he has a cryptic command. That's not what I wanted to have happen. If we take that, hope that he overreacts with this. And he may and he may not. Nope, he didn't overreact. Damn. So that might seal my fate. Nope, I know he has a mono leak. No, I can't draw into much. I guess violent outburst once again. Oh, but he has enough. He has lethal on the board. He's got me. Unfortunately, my best bet was drawing out that cryptic command, I think. When you didn't go for it. I wonder what I can do to get around counter spells. I thought about Autumn's Veil, but I really don't want to be cascading into Autumn's Veil. And nothing for a couple turns. Well, you win some,